After 4 years since its original release, PopCap has released a sequel to its hit tower defense game, Plants vs. Zombies 2. It's about time. Unlike its predecessor, this is a free-to-play game, which offers both benefits and drawbacks, but we'll touch on that later. Right from the get-go, you can see they have completely reworked the game from the ground up. Graphically, models have been redrawn and given new animations, but still retain their spunky and joyful style. They show more detail and are more expressive, while still staying true to their original form. The sound and music has also been reworked and given new life. What you grew to love with the original Plants vs. Zombies is still present in this version, just made better. You reunite with Crazy Dave, but this time he has a sidekick time-traveling vehicle named Penny, and all of you must work together to reunite Dave with his... taco? Whatever. You have plants fighting zombies, for crying out loud. Did you really expect much of a story? Didn't think so. Anyway, onto the setup. As the title cleverly alludes to its release and reference to the original game, it's also literally a time-traveling game. There are 3 time periods that you can play in at first: Ancient Egypt, Pirate Seas, and Wild West, with a 4th on the way called Far Future. Gone are the menu-driven gameplay styles of the original game. Instead, each time period has a roadmap that you must follow in succession, with side quests that you can unlock after you've acquired the adequate number of keys to unlock each one. Each side quest also comes with a unique plant or power-up, along with different game modes. If you've played the original game, some of the game modes may seem familiar, like Massive Attack or Last Stand. Others are brand new to the series, such as Card Matching or Save Our Seeds, each with their own unique playstyle and objectives while still retaining the original characters. It does offer some variation in the gameplay, but does make it hard to revisit certain game styles if you enjoy some over others because they aren't labeled on the map. Each time level has appropriately themed yards, mowers, zombies, and music. In Pirate Seas, your lawnmowers might be deck scrubbers. In Wild West, you may have a desert yard and a shanty house. After you've completed the original storyline, the level opens up 3-star challenges for each level on the map. Once you've collected enough stars, you can use them to progress to the next time period through a Stargate. From that point, you can revisit any time period you want at any time. As for the zombies, every time period is going to have a themed regular zombie, cone zombie, or armored zombie, but they also have some zombies that have unique abilities. For example, in Ancient Egypt, you have the torch-wielding explorer zombie who can vaporize your plants on contact. In Pirate Seas, you may have the swashbuckler zombie who can swing onto your deck midway through, leaving you little time to take him out. Even Wild West has the chicken wrangler zombie who will send a flock of chickens that can decimate your plant field in a matter of seconds. That's not to say that the enemies are all that have been improved. Many of the classic plants are back, such as repeater, split pea, and melon pulp. However, the plants also have a few tricks up their sleeves with some new additions to the arsenal like coconut cannon, pea pod, and snapdragon, to name a few. What makes Plants vs. Zombies 2 work so well is the gameplay balance. For every strength, there is a weakness or a counter for it. If you know the explorer zombie is coming, you can either kill him outright, or freeze him to put his torch out. If the chicken wrangler zombie comes around, bust out your lightning reed to branch your shock attacks to nearby chickens and take out entire flocks quickly. In addition to new plants, every plant is also given a special power through plant food that looks like leaves. Once in a while, you'll see a green glowing zombie who will drop a leaf and will give you the option of applying a special power to whatever plant you choose. Need money to purchase more plants quickly? Use the plant food on your sunflower to get a quick reward. Need every zombie on the map to freeze instantly? Use the plant food on an iceberg lettuce. You get the idea. If you run out of plant food, you can also purchase some more using your coins. And if that wasn't enough, you can also use touchscreen based powers that you can purchase with your coin collection. For a short period of time, you can pinch enemies to death, flick them off the screen, or zap them by holding your finger over them. Beyond the regular gameplay, PvZ2 has a hidden character called the Treasure Yeti who will give rewards when he's defeated. Like many free-to-play games, you can play through the whole thing without spending a real-world dime, or you could purchase access to levels and plants if you're too impatient. Unfortunately, at the time of this review, some of the classic plants and upgrades are only accessible through buying, such as jalapeno or an 8th seed slot. We can only hope that they remedy this when they release the far future time period. Until that happens, you're looking to spend about $34 in total for all the upgrades, and I just don't see that being worth it when the included plans can do the job just as well. As it stands though, you're looking at about 20 hours of gameplay if you don't spend anything. That's a good amount for a mobile game, but only time will tell if PopCap decides to continuously add on to this title like they did with the original, or if they're going to leave it as is. It offers a lot of variety in the campaign with a decent amount of strategy. Considering the free price point and the level of polish and new content brought to the table, it's hard to pass up on this great title.